The program Environment and You on independent television. My name is Catherine Eyemese, your regular host. The program Environment and You is a platform where we discuss environmental issues, thereby enlightening viewers on how to prevent or prefer solutions to such issues through experts' discussion on the program. And today's episode of the program, we shall be discussing a topic, a very important and very interesting and educative topic that says open defecation, the curbing of the menace. And I will not be doing this alone. I have a resource person in the studio in the person of Mrs. Aisha Bakpet. She is the head of sanitation, FCT Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Directorate. I must welcome you to the program, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Catherine. It's nice having you here with you.
All right, to start the program, I would like you to tell us your own assessment. From your assessment, how would you rate the menace of open defecation in Nigeria? And you now bring it down to the FCT.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Viewers and everybody. Open defecation is a very terrible practice that has really created a lot of issues in the environment and also to human beings. Issues like cholera outbreak, diarrhea cases, typhoid fever, and even malaria too. They are all issues that create that comes around because of open defecation practice in Nigeria and also in the world. And basically, it's not a practice that we want to see happen within an environment, because if you're in a place that somebody defecates in the open, how will you feel? You know, you just feel because of the odor, offensive odor that will be coming out from there, apart from that. And also, if there's a particular place that somebody have defecated in the open, you can see some insects perching those open defecation like flies. And once the flies touches the open defecation, the feces, where does it go to? It goes, of course, to your food. And flies doesn't have boundary. And that is why we kept on having sensitization awareness campaign on the danger of open defecation in our lives. Statistically, Nigeria is #1 practicing open defecation in the whole world. Before it was India, presently Nigeria have taken over. And that was why the president declared a state of emergency in open defecation in WASH generally. And that state of emergency is a process that all the states in Nigeria have key in, including the state governors. They have key in to see how they come out from this danger. Because if you go to the hospital, some children under 5, because of diarrhea cases, before you know it, they die because of open defecation. You know, because the danger is so terrible that a drop of open defecation, 1 gram of open defecation will have millions of bacteria, viruses, helminths. If you see a child of 5 years, under 5, having contact with that feces, open in her mouth, the child immunity is so low, the child may not even survive the disease, like the diarrhea, vomiting, and all those things like that. So a lot of children have died. And also, it's not only that. Some pregnant women too, when they go to the hospital, because they cannot, some of the hospitals don't have toilet, they end up going to the bush to defecate in the open. And by such doing, they might get bitten by snake, reptiles, and all those things. And they are not safe. They can even be raped. Not only pregnant women, even women generally. They don't have toilet in their home. When they go to the bush to defecate, they can be raped.
There are risks associated with going to the bush.
They can be kidnapped because they don't have toilet in their home. So that's why, looking at all these issues around open defecation, most governors in Nigeria, most states, they have key in to end this practice in Nigeria. So currently now we have about 105 local governments that have stopped open defecation in Nigeria. We have a particular
They have been declared open defecation free.
Yes, they have been declared open defecation free in Nigeria. And we have a particular state, Jigawa State, It's all the local government. It's a statewide open defecation free declaration in Jigawa State. State like Katsina, Bauchi, Benue, Kaduna, they have some look, and a lot of activity is ongoing. And if you go through those states and those local government that have been declared open defecation free, most of these cases of diarrhea, vomiting, typhoid have reduced statistically. If you check their hospital record now, those incidents have reduced because they've started constructing toilets, they start practicing hand washing, they start living in a hygienic environment. And most of the public institutions too, they have toilets in those local government and statewide. So Nigeria, we are doing a lot, because the awareness is going.
Okay.
And there's Clean Nigeria, Use the Toilet campaign that a lot of campaign is going on. Danger of open defecation, people should stop practicing it, should do hand washing, and awareness have gone. There's no place in Nigeria that have not had a kind of sensitization on danger of open defecation. But sometimes our attitude, behavioral change is very difficult to really deal with. It takes time. Gradual process before people will now say, oh, this is dangerous, they can pull out from it. And so in FCT, we've done a lot, and currently we are intervening in Kwali Area Council, okay, and with support from development agencies like UNICEF. They've supported us to really push, because they are the body pushing issue of open defecation. They've been the development agency that is really fighting in intervening on the danger of open defecation in Nigeria, and they've supported Kwali Area Council through FCT administration too. We've done some community engagement through sensitization, community-led total sanitation, meetings with stakeholders in Kwali Area Council, and they are all buying in. The chairman is supporting. Last week we had we went to Kwali. We gave the Kwali Area Council chair lady a WASH ambassador, open diffusion ambassador, okay, and she was so happy. Okay. So if we have support from those political sector, it's going to, the community people will now see that everybody is coming to talk about open defecation. This is serious, even when they don't want to change, because we have support from political stakeholders, from support from let's say the religious leaders, the traditional leaders, the imam. When you have such support, everybody want to say, yes, this is serious, we need to take action. And currently in Kwali, we've visited all the 10 wards in Kwali. We've visited 448 communities, and currently we've certified 30 communities in Kwali. They are free from open defecation. Its activity is ongoing. Okay.
All right, thank you very much for that information. Now, in October 2019, Nigeria became the #1 open defecation country, like you said the other time, passing India. India, a nation of times 7 of Nigerian population, and when it comes to the land, it is they are over 3.5 bigger in size when it comes to land. Now, they were able to overcome the issue of open defecation. Now, if a country as large, 7 times larger than the population of Nigeria can do this, what are we not doing right? Why have we not been able to be certified open defecation free?
Yes, thank you, Kate. I think it's all about political will, priority again, and all those things are some of the challenges we are facing. Somebody will just construct and also legal backing, because Nigeria will want something that we can force you. Please don't do that. We want force. If there's no something that have to do with legal implication in anything in Nigeria, people will just relax. Just imagine a landlord will build house without toilet. There's a law that says anytime you have a house, toilet must be part of it. But the legal backing, the stakeholders are supposed to push for this. They are not really forthcoming. They look at open defecation as, what will like this one? There's nothing. Disease, disease doesn't kill Africa. There's this kind of saying that most of us in Nigeria, we are just used to, we don't care. So that is the legal backing. The law should be strengthened, and those stakeholders that are supposed to push, they should be up and doing. They should not relax, because open defecation is it can kill. Diarrhea can kill anybody within a second. And all these diseases are from open defecation. Why are we not having this attitudinal change? The political will is not there. Attitudinal change. People are not. They don't want to change their attitude, and also the issue of culture too. There are some culture that will say, okay, we don't, our shit cannot mix with together. It brings poverty. These are situations that you need to do a lot of campaigns, sensitization, tell them, create awareness. But if all those environments are not enabling for people to see the need, they will not want to see the issue of them to stop open defecation. We need to have more funding for sanitation. We need to have more toilets for public places. There are some hospitals you go, you don't have toilet. Yes, you go there, people go there, they defecate behind the building of the hospital, and they are there to cure themselves, but at the end of the day, they will now take disease because of the open defecation. There are some schools you go, they don't have toilet in schools. Children defecate outside. Some children will miss school because of diarrhea cases. So if we don't strengthen this political will, if we don't strengthen legislation, if we don't strengthen behavioral change, and if we don't put in a law to show that this issue is dangerous and people must stop, Nigeria, it will be difficult for us to really go out from that. And also more campaign, awareness, tell people on the danger, do a lot of activities, engage all stakeholders.
Okay. Thank you very much. From what you've said, talking about political will. Now, who is to be blamed? Is it on the part of the government, stakeholders, environmental stakeholders, and even individuals? What are they supposed to do? Who is to be blamed? Where are we lacking?
And yes, like I earlier mentioned, attitude too. We need to look inward, because if you are well trained that you must use the toilet whenever you are pressed from home, that the family too should play a lot of roles in educating their children, talk to their family members on danger of open defecation. The government too should fund for sanitation. We have sometimes, if you check the procurement for public toilet is so low. They want to provide water for a community, but that community, they don't have toilet in their houses. That water can cheat on to disease to them because they are eating water that is not protected, drinking water that is not protected because they are open. But if we can leverage on sanitation first, let there be enough toilet, let people have their toilet, let there be public toilet. Once we do that, then we can now start bringing other facilities like water and whatever. Let's make sanitation a priority in our budgeting. Let's the donor funding agency should come in to support the government. NGOs, CSOs, open defecation is everybody's business. So if we make it a way of life and also put more funding into it and create more awareness, people will begin to see the need to change their attitude, and once their facility is available, they will want to use it. Talking about, but if public toilet is not available in a particular junction, and somebody that is selling granite on the road want to defecate, the person will be forced to go to the bush. But if government make available facilities to be stationed at designated location where large number of people are there, then you see that people start using the toilet and open defecation will be reduced in the country.
All right.
So the family too should play a role, government too should be involved, NGOs, media houses like you should have to do a lot of awareness, jingles on danger of open defecation, community members, stakeholders, everybody should be involved in this. And once they are involved and they see the needs, they are triggered. They see, so people don't even know that open defecation is dangerous. It's till you tell them the danger. It's a lot of, once you do that, you see that all of them, they will start seeing the need to change and come out from it.
Okay, this is a way of saying that the issue of the environment is a holistic one. It is not just for the government alone. All stakeholders must come together to ensure a cleaner and a safer environment for us all. And talking about open defecation again, in 2020, the declaration of open defecation, declaration of a state of emergency on open defecation. As I have a report with me, as of 2021, the United Nations Children's Fund, that's UNICEF, reported that 46 million Nigerians still practice open defecation, rating it at 23%. But the latest report of the World of Statistics, Nigeria is ranked the 9th and now 18%. I don't know how true this is, but because from your open remarks, you made mention of Nigeria being the #1 on the list at its regard open defecation. Now, the declaration of Nigeria as an open defecation free nation by 2023, quest to be declared as open defecation free nation in 2025. How viable is this, looking at all what you have explained previously?
Yes, Kate, the declaration is just for everybody to start doing something. It's not that we are going to make Nigerian come out from it that year 2025. So it's just for everybody to start taking action. Everybody should start talking about open defecation. It has been a silent issue for years, but this declaration has given everybody to start being, if you're crawling, start running, you know. So states are doing a lot. Currently, like I mentioned before, we are targeting Kwali Area Council to become open defecation free by November 19 this month. That was the plan. But the way things are going, we might not get there, but we've done a lot, we've achieved a lot in that aspect. Okay. Because currently now teams are there conducting verification, because some communities have reported that they are open defecation free. They have claimed that they are based on the activity we've done in Kwali, and it's the same strategy we are using across all in Nigeria, community-led total sanitation. And I want to tell you that before November 19, you start hearing local government becoming open defecation, because currently a lot of CLTS facilitators, they are being engaged as resource persons to go and support state. A lot of activity is ongoing so that we can meet the target. Even though we can't get there by 2025, but based on what is going on currently now, because awareness is, there's no state that doesn't have sanitation department to drive the process. So, and there's no state in Nigeria that doesn't have the enabling environment to drive the process. But if we continue this way, I believe that by 2025, we're going to get remarkable progress. Even though the progress is not measured, but we're going to get there, but not the way we are looking at it. Some states have even shifted to 2030 because some of them did not key into the process on time. Okay. While some, they are still struggling with 2025, some want to shift. So I know there's going to be progress because awareness is there. And Kwali Area Council, I know that we are, based on what we are doing right now, we're going to declare that the local area council as the first in FCT to become open defecation, because we have the support of our Minister of State and our Honorable Minister in FCT. She's really supporting. We have the support from our Directorate, Dr. Danasa, my ED, is really pushing for that. So we have hope that we are going to declare. And once we are done with Kwali, we'll move to Gwagwalada, we'll move to other area council to see that we become open defecation free in FCT. More states and local government will key into.
All right, talking about sensitization, you've talked about how you've been to some area councils to enlighten them on the dangers of open defecation and the need to desist from it. Is there any mechanism put in place talking about monitoring of compliance of what have been inculcated into them?
Yes, for you to declare an open defecation free community or local government, there are some processes that you need to go. You need to do sensitization, you need to do a lot of monitoring, you engage youth, engage every structure, institution within the community. You need to engage them, engage the traditional leaders, you engage, have meeting with them, religious leaders, visit every area in that community. Even the schools too are not left out. The school, if there's school in that local government community, is not left out. The hospital too, they are not left out, because of course, if you want to have a place to be open defecation free, every institution, market too, we still go there to do sensitization. So these are areas that we have been having discussion with, and once we have that collective decision, it's a collective decision. Because if you have toilet and my neighbor doesn't have toilet, there's danger. Even polio too is as a result of toilet, of open defecation. So if everybody should have a toilet in that community, the process, you do monitoring, you do verification, you do certification, you do validation. Validation is the task group, national task group on sanitation, that will go to that particular local government to validate that community. So it's not what you say by mouth. Teams will be engaged from local government, state, and also federal government. They will be engaged to go to those communities to check if this is actually true. There's toilet in schools, there are toilet in PHCs, in health institutions, there's also toilet in market, there's toilet in some public location in motor parks. So if you go visit those communities or those local government and those things are available, and household too are not left as, each household must have a toilet. And that toilet is not literally, you must practice effective hand washing. Because if you use a toilet and you don't wash your hands, you are indirectly contaminating your system with diseases, because hands are very, very important. Once you defecate and you didn't clean up with soap with your hands very well, and you go to eat, you are eating your feces. So these are sensations we've gone around in many communities, and we believe that people have awareness now. It's just for them to change. Behavioral change is very, very difficult. But gradually we are getting there.
All right. For those landlords that build houses without toilets, does it fall in your purview to ensure compliance that they do this? Because it is very, very important.
Yes, like I mentioned, we have stakeholders, environmental health officers. They are also part of it. We have the public health law that we use to prosecute. And of course, me, I'm an environmental health officer, and I'm also practicing my law based on that. So we have the public health law that we use to prosecute some landlords that refuse to construct their toilet. And also we also discuss with the tenant, don't even go and rent a house that doesn't have a toilet. No matter how cheap it is, you pay money for to that landlord, and then you are treating diseases that is even more than what you have paid. Why are you there? Because there's no toilet, which means you are in danger. You are endangering yourself. You'll be curing a lot of diseases that you feel that it doesn't matter, but because of inadequate toilet or lack of toilet in that environment. So we are trying to activate the sanitation bylaw from each of the area council in FCT. Once that sanitation bylaw is activated, it's going to be a must that every landlord must have a toilet. Not only one. If you have a tenant of like 20, you cannot just drop one toilet and say that 20 household, 20 people in that compound should use that. It's not enough. So if somebody is in that toilet and the other person wants, and you say I have toilet, it's not enough. So if you have such building situation, it's just for us to tell the appropriate authority, the environmental health officers, to go in there and serve abatement notice to those landlords that are not willing to provide toilet for their tenant. And the tenant should report such landlords to the authority so that we can take action. We serve those landlord notice for them to provide toilet. For those who may, short period.
For those who may want to report, what is the process?
Yes, we have environmental health officers across the 6 area council all over Nigeria, and you go there, you tender your report. This is the challenge. Their toilet will get filled up. The landlord doesn't care to even evacuate it. So if you report to the appropriate authority, we'll send people there to go and serve notice and abate that nuisance that is causing problem in that household or in that community.
All right, it has been the program Environment and You on Independent Television, and we've been discussing the topic that says curbing the menace of open defecation, and Mrs. Aisha Bakpet, the head of Sanitation FCT Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Directorate, has been the one doing justice to the topic of discussion. And if you have been following us, you must have heard that the issue of open defecation is a very serious one, and we all must come together to ensure that the issue of open defecation becomes a thing of the past. If you stay in a house that doesn't have toilet, that is not a welcome development, and you must report to the appropriate authority for appropriate action to be taken against such landlord. And you must also ensure that you wash your hands with soap and water after using the toilet. All this is for the benefit of everyone to live a good and hygienic life for a better and healthier living. And before we wrap up the program, any last word for the viewers out there, because time is no longer on our side?
Okay, thank you, Kate. Open division is a very serious issue that everybody should not be left out. Don't wait for government to provide public toilet for you. You can also do your own bit. Don't wait for your landlord to provide toilet for you. You can also save yourself by digging a simple toilet. There are some toilets that are very simple for you to dig close to your house. Don't wait for anybody to tell you before you know that open defecation is dangerous. So take care of your health. Stop open defecation and live healthy. Stop open defecation and you will not spend more money in the hospital treating typhoid, cholera, diarrhea, dysentery. All those money will be safe for you to take care of yourself. So open defecation should be stopped and live a healthy life between you and your family. Thank you very much.
Until we meet again same time next week, I am your regular host, Catherine Eyemese. See you same time next week, and remember that cleanliness is next to godliness. Bye for now.